your host, Latifah Tajao, and most of you watch the Formula One motor race, the popular world motor race, and you've been wondering when on earth is this going to happen in Nigeria? But guess what? It's happening right here at the Eleko beach. The Eleko motor race is the second edition, baby, and it's going to be fun. I'm so excited. I can't wait for all this to happen. We have 5 SUVs online. We have a Toyota Sequoia, we have a Nissan, and we have an LR. And we can't wait to see who's going to reach the finish line. Come with us. Wow, it's amazing right here. The atmosphere is crazy, man. It's exciting. People are excited. I am excited. I'm sure you are excited as you come with us to experience it all happen right here.
Oh, wow. Eleko Motor Race started, I would say, in 2014. So what you have here in front of you is our 7th edition. And basically the essence of the 7th edition is to further emphasize the ethos of what we have established in order to make Nigerians appreciate and value the fact that motorsport transcends. Motorsport can bring goodwill, bring wealth to us as a people. So I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone from the media that is here and is helping us further propagate the message of love, understanding, and continuity that Eleko Motor Race typifies.
So how has the turnout been for people since you started till date?
Well, you can see that exponentially we're growing as the 7th edition. The essence is to impact in the local community. So as long as they're with us and then fellow Nigerians also come here, we're satisfied. Look around you. It has been a long, arduous journey today. I'm glad to be here. I'm just coming in from the bush, but I'm not a bushman, I can assure you. But the rally is about this community, bringing people together, sensitization, and knowing and appreciating what societal, economical, and historical benefits can be achievable and derivable from this singular notion that is motorsport in Nigeria. Please, when driving, concentrate on what you're doing. Do not be texting, don't be making calls. If you do get a call, make sure you have a hands-free thing so at least you can talk and still be able to concentrate. Although we don't advise you to answer any call, but be that as it may, please be wise. And if you have a car, you don't know what the car can do, come to Eleko Motor Race. We will advise you, guide you. This is why we do what we do. We want Nigerians to understand the power that they have inherent in the vehicular contraption that is underneath them whenever they step out of their houses. So please keep supporting Eleko Motor Race. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. We welcome you, your comments, your pictures, your anecdotes, you name it. Thank you for supporting us. Hi, my name is Taria Teta. I am the Director of Special Duties of Eleko Motor Race. Please support Auto Expert. And please continue supporting Eleko Motor Race. And we wish all of you the best in life.
This has been going on since 2014. This is the 7th rally now.
What's like the main objective behind Eleko Motor Race?
The main objective behind the Eleko Motor Race is mechanization and to enhance into the youth the passion for it, towards mechanization, towards the industry that is also called automotive industry. Here what we had today was a 26 kilometer rally that was segmented in 6 different special stages. We rally from Eleko Beach down to Coconut Grove, a place that we have baptized Coconut Grove. Meanwhile, here we're having other different activities to give back to the community, such as the Okada race, the Kekemara race, and so on.
So how many cars did you have in the race today?
Well, the cars in the race today were not as expected. We only had like 6 cars competing, and eventually 2 didn't make it to the finish line.
So you didn't make it to the finish line. So how do you determine those that win the race?
Yeah, it's a collision of time. It's a race against time. It's compiled time that gives the additional time. Who is having the less time of the additional time is the racer. But all the information on the rules and regulation are on our website, www.elekomotores.com. Speed lovers. We all love speed, we all love adrenaline, but we have to control it. We have to do it safe. We cannot, out of that need, go outside at night, and my advice is to be very careful. We don't have facilities to speed. We can have rallies, we can play along the dirt tracks, but we don't have yet facilities for speed lovers. So let's be careful, guys. My advice is to be very careful.
All right, so do you have any first aid treatment for any driver or any car?
Of course. We also had 2 different ambulances on standby from 2 different organizations. Of course, yes, of course. We are also recognized by FIA as per the Federation International of the Automobile, which is the body that rules and regulates motorsport all over the world. So yes, of course, we can't do all this without have a structure behind. Hi, my name is Bamidele from Eleko Motor Race, and keep watching Auto Experts.
Ashimizu Afadame, and this is my navigator. I'm Afadame, it's my brother.
So how do you feel being a part of this Eleko motor?
It's been interesting. It's just something to give you adrenaline instead of just sitting at home on Saturday, and also try to create awareness for motorsports in Nigeria. I'm a big fan of motorsports, and I look forward to being part of a motorsports industry in Nigeria.
Like, how long have you been into this racing thing? Is it just like a flair or something you just...
This is actually my first race ever. ever.
Yeah. So what about your car? Can you tell us? Because I don't know if this is a G-Wagon, right?
No, it's a Land Rover Defender.
It looks like a G-Wagon. So what makes it different?
It's a complete off-road car. That's the reason why I've always loved it. It went out of production in 2015. So this is the last edition that would ever be made. Land Rover has discontinued making it. So I've always looked forward to testing it. We're supposed to do the West African drive with my brother, but because of security issues, we actually jettisoned the idea. So when we had an opportunity to join the Eleko motor race, we jumped at it.
So what features does it have for you to be able to drive on sand perfectly?
It has very good auxiliary. The clearance has a very high clearance, a powerful engine, and what else? It's manual. It's manual diesel engine. So for off-road sports, it's perfect. It's not necessarily a speed car, but off-road, it's a monster. And I'm happy I used it to enter the race. I would rather not race with any other car.
All right. So what advice do you have for people who want to do this kind of thing?
If you want to race, it's just about confidence. Don't be scared. Don't use your brakes too much. That's all I would say. Don't be scared and don't use your brakes.
Generally about driving, what safety tips do you have for people who drive generally?
Always use your speed belt. You always use your seat belt. Do not overspeed. Really look at the road signs and just be careful. Don't drink and drive, most importantly. Yeah, because you're doing an off-road racing, you have to deflate your tires to reduce your PSI. We actually reduce our PSI to about 25. So your tires are seated and you can glide easily. Then you don't want your pressure on your tires to be too much. It's actually 45. That's actually road PSI. We do between 40 and 45 depending on what kind of road you're driving. But for the race, we had to deflate our tires to 25 PSI. But we have to pump them back before we get back on the road to go home. Within the community, the maximum speed limit is 25 kilometers an hour. If you go beyond that, you get penalty points. So the time is added to yours, which is deducted from your overall time, added to your overall time at the end of the race. But within the other sides, there are no speed limits, but you also just have to be careful. While you want to win the race, you always want to also be careful because you have to worry about yourself and your safety and the safety of the car. No problems per se, but the roads, no, none. Like 2 other cars broke down after my car. There was actually no problem at all, not one. I would have been very disappointed if I had an issue with the car. I would have been very disappointed. A big shout out to our friends and family. We just finished the Eleko Motor Race 2016. You see us again next year. A big shout out to TVC. And please keep watching Auto Expert, your guide to safety. Thank you.
I'm not sure I've won, but if you say I've won, well, great. I think it's been fantastic. I think it's been an experience. I thought about it a lot, before coming into this, and I felt, why not have the experience and see what it's like? I didn't come out to win. I came out to have fun. So if I've won, well, then I am grateful. Thank you.
Okay, so like how many cars were in the race? How many cars?
In total, I think we're 5. There was a buggy, there was mine, there was a Land Rover Defender, there was a Nissan, the Nissan here, and then there was a Wrangler. Yeah, there were about 5.
So how sure are you that you didn't win the race?
Because it's timed. So there were stages, 6 stages in all, and each stage was timed. So by the time they come in, they'll add up the times for how each person performed in each stage, and that's how we'll know the person that won. I started driving in 1998. That was in Kano. That was where I learned to drive. Then I moved to Kaduna, Lagos. I think my inspiration for driving came from my dad. He was an absolutely phenomenal driver. And growing up as a child, I watched him drive and I asked him questions and I learned from him. So I think that's where my inspiration for driving comes from. This is a Toyota Sequoia 2011 model, 5.7 liter. It's an all-wheel drive, so you have the options of either using two wheels, powering 2 wheels, or powering the 4. For this stages, I used the 4-wheel drive throughout. I had a navigator somewhere. Ikem, we are both members of the BMW club, and I also had another friend who's a member of the club here as well. In driving on sand, I think that's why I wanted to have this experience. Driving on sand is completely different from driving on the road. Sometimes you have to steer in the opposite direction that the car is moving, because if you don't, you skid and probably land somewhere. There are risks, but what's life without these risks? So I'm quite glad I did this, and I'm happy I had this experience. It's a very tough car. It's a very, very tough car. I lost the left front tire. So we had to stop in between stage 5 and 6 to change it so what I have on there is a spare. So it will cost me something to fix it back, but I'm happy I had this experience. No regrets whatsoever. Yeah, because there were 3 stumps on the road, trees that had been cut so we could make the path, and I think that's what happened because the tire actually tore. So yes, that risk exists. One of the vehicles got stuck in the sand. Those risks, they come with this. But I'm glad that I made it safely to the end. It just means that there are 8 cylinders that power the vehicle. Vehicles come in different sizes, 4 cylinders, 6 cylinders, 8. Some come in 12s too. A V8 just simply means there are 8 cylinders powering the engine. It's a 5.7 liter, so it's quite heavy. The advantage of that is if you are stuck and you gas it can get you out. But it's a very heavy vehicle as well. So if you are not skilled, you can sink in sand too. So wear your seat belts. Don't go past your limit. Everybody who drives has a limit. There's a clock inside you that tells you are going past what you can handle. Stay within that limit no matter what the temptation is. The sand, I think maximum I probably hit 80 something at some point because it's a very slow stage, but very tricky.
Hi, keep watching Auto Expert, your guide to safety.
Hello viewers, we've come to the end of this Eleko Motor Race. According to organizers, this is the 7th edition and it's been amazing, it's been fun, it's been entertaining, it's been also spontaneous, We had 6 cars being a part of this race and only 4 cars made it out, a Toyota Sequoia, a Nissan, an LR and another one, and 2 got stuck in the sand and they'll be towed to the finish line very soon. But trust me, it's been a perfect event. We can't wait to be a part of it next edition. This is Auto Expert and I'm still your girl Latifat Ajao, signing it from the Eleko pitch, Eleko Motor Race. Bye.